Jai Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Mother Kundalini, and put Bandhan. Shri Ganesh Mantra. Let us bring our attention on our left heart. Shri Mataji, by your grace, I am a pure spirit. Let us bring our attention on our Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, you are the goddess of Sahasrara. Kindly establish our self-realization. Kindly bring us into complete silence and balance. Let us listen to Shri Mataji's speech.
Today is the 19th Sahasrara day. If you count the first one, the day Sahasrara was opened. I'll have to tell you the story about the Sahasrara day, about which it was decided long time back. Before I incarnated. They had a big meeting in the heavens. All the 35 crores of gods, the deities, were there present to decide what is to be done. This is the ultimate that we have to do to human beings. To open their Sahasrara, to open their awareness to the Spirit, to the real knowledge of the Divine, to remove the darkness of ignorance, and it had to be spontaneously because it has to work, the living force of God. Also, it had to be very quick. So all the gods requested that now I, the Adishakti, has to take the birth. They all tried their best. They did whatever was possible. The saints were made by them, but very few. They incarnated, and people made religions out of them, which were perverted, brought them bad name. No reality in those religions. These religions were money oriented or power oriented. There was no divine force working. Actually, it was all anti-divine. How to now turn human beings away from these superficial religions, these perverted paths of destruction? How to tell them about all these established organizations? For ages they have been ruling, making money, making power. It was a tremendous task, had to be done with great patience and the love. It was a very delicate work also, because they believed in those religions, innocent people, simple people. To blast them that this is all nonsense, there are no religions. They are against the incarnation, against all the prophets, against all the saints. That's why all the real saints had to suffer. It's a powerful work that was to be done. And that's why Adi Shakti had to take birth on this earth. It had to be before the 6th of May, because 6th of May was the doomsday in that year. So it was done on the 5th of May at the nick of the time. It was all decided beforehand. And every deity's job was allotted to all of them. Very efficient deities, very obedient. They knew me very well, completely dedicated and devoted. They knew me very, very well. Every end of my hair they knew. I didn't have to teach them protocol. Love itself gives you protocol. But love that is divine is not selfish love. It's not the way we love my child, my husband, my country, my clothes. It is the love which is divine, which spreads from your heart, from your spirit, like the light of knowledge. What a tremendous task it was. So, as said, at Sahasrara, I had to be Mahamaya. I had to be Mahamaya. I had to be something that people can't recognize me easily. But deities? No. This Mahamaya had to come on this earth. Not the Adi Shakti in her purest form is too much. So she was covered with this Mahamaya. Now you see, in 19 years, what we have achieved. So many yogis are sitting before. The difference between a saint and a yogi is that a saint himself is righteous. Himself is holy. But he doesn't know much about the Kundalini. But the yogi knows about the Kundalini. But the difference between a yogi and a Sahaja Yogi, is that Sahaja Yogi has powers. And Sahaja Yogini has powers to give realization to others. A yogi can cleanse himself, but he cannot cleanse others. While a Sahaja Yogi can cleanse others and cleanse himself. So this is the superior most state which you achieved through your great punyas, I should say. So many of you have been searching the truth in previous lives, and now here you are to achieve what you have been searching. All that has happened now so beautifully. You are not even aware what has happened to you. Automatically, spontaneously you've got the powers within your central nervous system in a split of a second. Your attention has been fixed now. Of course, even now some people don't have. Even now I see the attention wobbles. But so many of you have achieved that state, as he was saying, Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. You have it. What Adi Shankaracharya has described about himself, you can say that about all of you. So many Adi Shankaracharya sitting before. But still, I am a Mahamaya. I just behave like you. I too have a family. I too have children which can be called as mine. And you are my children too. So when you are matured enough the first sign is that you get discretion. That's divine discretion is love again. But I see people falter. They don't mind saying, Mother, I'm catching on my agya. Why? You know how to cleanse it. You know what to do about it. Why don't you clear it? Why don't you get to it? What is the thing? The Maya. First starts the problem of family. My wife, my mother, my brother, my husband, my children. All right? That's Maya. With that, you get drowned. Again, you are brought up. Then subtler and subtler this Maya becomes. The situation of the family improves, everybody knows that. But so many falter. So many get lost in Sahaja Yoga because they had a bad wife or a bad husband. You have to ascend alone yourself. You don't have to depend on others. And those who do not allow you to ascend have to be thrown away. Nothing is more important than your ascent, higher and higher, because it has a very great divine purpose, the ultimate, the climax, where the whole humanity is to be saved through your efforts. You have to work it out. And at this situation, we see the 1,000 petals. These are the powers of Virata within you. And this is where we falter. That the light of the Sahasrara is the Brahmarandra, which is your heart chakra. Now the heart chakra can be also misunderstood very much. And this misunderstanding always comes from the Mahamaya for testing. Like, we say we have to have a family. We must have good families. We must have good children. Immediately, the Mahamaya acts. We start worrying about the husband, worrying about the family. We should be our family. There's a saying in Sanskrit, Udara Charitanam Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The one who are of a character of saints, the whole world is their family. You worry about an individual family so that the collective family is strengthened. Not to worry about individual families so that the collective suffers. And if there is such a family tie, better throw it away. You have to sacrifice. No sacrifice. It's only getting rid of the disease. So we waste our time with our children, with our family, which is very small. Then the situation changes in different areas. That's the compassion, the love and affection. We believe that we have to love surgeons. I asked somebody to go away because he had a disease and he told me lies. So a negative person's attention will go to him more. I will try to look after that person more than to other surgeons. Do you have more compassion and love than I have? Why do you get attracted to people who are out of Sahaja? Why do you sympathize with people who are like this? You are not here to help the downtrodden, the poor, the so-called suffering people. No, you are not incarnations. You are not here to help women who are crying all the time and to children who had to be separated from their parents. It's a hospital that we are in. We are getting cured, all of us. Have you heard of a patient going and helping other patients? It's the doctors have to do the job. But Sahajogis always, in the beginning, used to fall a prey to this kind of an appeal. Like a bad apple, and there are many good apples. How can the good apples cure the bad apple? Can they? Even if you put 20,000 on top of that bad apple, it will spoil all others. That's not your job. That's the job of God. Only thing what you can do is to pull that person in the collectivity, showing that you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong, and you have to be all right. But these ideas, I don't know from where they have crawled, that there is nothing like evil in this world. There's nothing like bad in this world. There is evil. There is something bad. And you can know if your vibrations are correct, your discretion is correct. You know immediately. So you waste your energies in correcting people who can never be corrected. I'm forgetting that you have not corrected the person. On the contrary, you are corrupted. That means you are not yet matured enough. In the breaking of the Sahasrara, I have never left anything under. It's a perfect job. Your nerves are not hurt. Your brain is not hurt. Such a powerful Kundalini comes in. How sweetly, beautifully, delicately she pierces through. Only a thread comes out. And how then the connection is established and the relaxation starts coming in on the sympathetic. How all the beautifully chakras open and more of these threads coming out. Now you are also told how to work it out. You know all the technical know-how. What you don't know, that you are not yet a perfect machine. You have to perfect yourself. Moreover, there's a Mahamaya. She doesn't take you for granted. That's the trouble. She puts you deliberately into temptations. Deliberately she gives you positions. Now, leaders, world leaders, universe leaders. So, you develop first one tail, then one horn, and then something comes out of Sahasrara also. You look like a clown. To test you, she may marry you to funny people also. This testing has to be done. That's the job of a Mahamaya. She has to test you. Gold has to be tested. The diamond has to be tested. All that is valuable has to be tested. Without that, how can you certify? It's not like going to the church, somebody puts the water on your head, all right, now you are baptized. Finished, now you are chosen. The water will evaporate in no time. And when you will go to God, He will say, how are you baptized? This water. Where is it? I can't see. So all these things are to be understood in right perspective. They are for our ascent, for our benevolence, for our higher state. But for that, you must know we have to fix our whole will to it. When people climb, say, Himalayas, what do? They take a big nail it at a higher point, then tie up a rope and climb up to that. They don't look down. Then put another nail up there, climb up to that, and that's how they climb Himalaya. Now what do we do in Sahaja Yoga? We take a nail from the top, put it downward. First day when you get realization, the experience is tremendous. Then one by one, coming down. The other way down. But as soon as you get realization, if you are intelligent enough, then you decide, how should I fix up myself? Like, decide like this. Supposing you are very fond of milk, take it like that. Now you should say, till I achieve a certain state, I will not take milk. But that should not be treated as a sacrifice, but as a joyous ascent. Do the people who nail upwards to go to the top of Himalayas, do they feel they are sacrificing something? If you start thinking that, oh God, I have sacrificed milk, then you finished. Downward movement starts. But if you like something, then you have to say, all right, if I like it, let me like my ascent more than this. Till I have ascended, I will not have. Such determination should be there. And without that, how do you think you can get over the horrible, monstrous mountain of ignorance that you have got? Actually, in realization, I put you on the top of the mountain, but you start slipping down. So you have to keep to that topmost point. I tell you about everything. You go and ask any one of the saints or any one of the great incarnations. Did they know so much about Kundalini? If they had, they would have written about it. They have never written anything about Kundalini. If they have, it's very little. To such an extent that it acts on your fingertips. That now we have brought science close to reality. The truth, the divine, science, all explained. It's become completely integrated now with us. Sahaja Yoga is the most scientific thing that you could think. Exact. The biggest computer that you are. But the computer has to be workable. And there
Mahamantras.
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो
Thank you, Shri Mataji, for this beautiful collective meditation. Jai Shri Mataji. Let's bow down to Shri Mataji and take one